Why hello everybody. I am so sorry that it has been so long since the last video, proper sit-downy video. I hope you enjoyed my vlog from All Time Low, and I think I will be uploading the full version of Remembrance Sunday. I usually go to the O2 Academy in Birmingham, and the O2 Brixton is 5,000 capacity, and there's something amazing about hearing 5,000 people singing back one of my favourite songs, so I may upload that just so everybody can experience 5,000 people singing an All Time Low song, because it's amazeballs. Hashtag. Oh god, I'm such an idiot. First of all, congratulations to Tom and G. Oh, I'm so honest to god. Thursday night, my whole timeline blew up on Twitter. I was like tweeting and Facebooking Faye, my friend, going, Faye! Because I was just like, it's a baby! Because I think Carrie's manager tweeted a congratulations or something, and every McFly fan freaked out. And then obviously it was confirmed when I was on a bus Friday morning, to a point where I nearly cried on the bus. Tom is my favourite member of McFly, so I'm so happy. He's always been my favourite. And I'm so happy for him. I love G to bits. That child is loved by millions of people, because I already am like, oh, he's gonna be so cute. I just want to see a picture and just like, oh, I'm so happy. Anyway, I'm also going to Hyde Park now. See Backstreet Boys, yeah! And McBusted. So, very excited for that. I've bought tickets for me, my mum and Faye for her birthday. Her birthday's not till June, but I kind of told her now just because I couldn't keep it a secret and I didn't want her to book anything when McBusted is on, and I couldn't say, yeah, make sure that you don't book McBusted tickets, Hyde Park, and make sure this day's free, because she'd know. So that's what's happening. Yay! I discovered an app called Goodreads thanks to Carrie Fletcher. I don't know why that was Carrie Fletcher, and I'm in love with it. It's so good. And you can scan books and, like, obviously say you've read them, you want to read them, or you're currently reading them. You can review it, see what other people think of this book, blah de blah 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 blah. I just had fun scanning all the books I'd been reading. I need to do loads. I was doing it at like midnight going, ooh, this is fun. Then realised that I had to get up at 6:30. Well done, Cara. I watched Carrie's latest video, which I'll link below. I love Carrie's videos, especially when she talks about books, because I love books. And it's kind of made me want to talk about books, so that's what this topic of video is. Books. Books. Could I say books more times? Books. Books, books, no. Since the last video as well, I've read a couple books, and by couple I mean 4. I stopped reading Game of Thrones, and I will tell you for why. I was just reading a chapter like every week or something, and I kept getting distracted by everything when I was reading it and not really paying attention, then having to reread things, and it was just, I was clearly not in the right mindset to tackle this book yet. So I just then read Billy & Me by Giovanna Fletcher, and oh my god, this book was so good. I don't really like chick lit. I'm more of action fantasy with a little bit of love, like, intertwined, maybe. This is like probably the first like chick lit book I've properly read, and I loved it. I think it's like every girl's, well, my dream anyway, to like casually bump into this celebrity and be like, oh yeah, and then fall in love with them and then be like, oh yeah, ooh. Kind of like your childhood crush kind of thing. You always hope that you're gonna marry them, so and I've recommended the first Landa stories, so y'all should read the second. Read the first, then the second. And once again, it's super action-packed. You get to see the fairy tales you grew up with in a whole new light. I like fairy tales, I like action fantasy, and this is kind of like a massive combustion. It's like Once Upon a Time, if you watch that show. You imagine them as these characters, but then they're kick-ass and you're like, yeah! The next book I read was another... Is it a fourth one? Is that even a word? It's a spin-off of the Percy Jackson series called The Heroes of Olympus. by Rick Riordan. It's a good book. If you like the others, you'll like this. It mixes both Greek and Roman mythology because the Romans really like Greek mythology and kind of was like, we'll have that too. We'll just rename everything. So it combines both the Greek and Roman mythology, and it's really interesting and you learn a lot. You get to see the stories, legends, legends play out in a new light. You should read them. The fourth book is equally as good as the first, second, third. And this book I literally finished about an hour ago. There's another series. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the 7th of the series. Children of the Lamp. The Grave Robbers of Genghis Khan by P.B. Kerr. You know P.B. Kerr as Philip Kerr, who's a crime writer, and this is the children's series he wrote. I started reading them when I was 11. I'm now 19. There are so many unanswered questions, but at the same time it kind of finishes with no loose ends. You're not left with, like with Harry Potter, where there was an epilogue and it's like all was well and you kind of left wanting more. With this you kind of are left wanting more, and with that emptiness feeling of these characters that I have literally grown up with, I will never get to read about again. But it ends it so definite that you're like, okay, that's it. I'm definitely not getting any more. Whereas with Harry Potter, how it ended with all was well, it's like, well, will I get another book? Will I see, like, Harry in the future? And, like, I really hope that maybe in a couple years there is, like, another book saying how they survive after this book ends. But at the same time, you don't want to push for a book and it be poorly written. So I'd rather it be left like this. The next, I haven't read this since 2011 was the last time I read it, but I bought a new copy because my last copy I'd kind of ruined. It's The Lord of the Flies, and I really suggest you guys read this if you're not reading it for, like, school. I had to analyse the shit out of this book, but I read it over the summer before we had to analyse it, so I think I enjoyed it more than a lot of people in my group because they just read it and then analysed the crap out of it, whereas I've read it, then read it again, then read it to analyse the crap out of it. It's good to show that when rules aren't in place, how people turn to shit. It's just a really good book, and it's classic. Do you need to know the author of Lord of the Flies? It's William Golding. I thought that was obvious. The next book, which is my book I am going to read next, is The Maze Runner by James Dashner. It seems cool. I'm really looking forward to the movie because Dylan O'Brien's in it. So I'm going to read this next and I will tell you how it goes. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, like it, favourite it, do all the shit you want. Share it with your friends. Do something fun today. All my links are below. Like to click in and follow me. Say you watch the video and I'll follow back. And there is going to be a